Hey, so look at me, I'm all glammed up. I'm gonna introduce you to the glam look in the new beauty collection. And this look came to be because we have a joke with our clients. We have an intensity scale, 1 to panda eye. And so panda eye being the darkest, blackest eye we can think of. So in order to make it more interesting, I wanted to add different layers and dimension to make the look beautiful, intense, but not stark black to where, it's just a black eye. I want you to actually look like super fabulous and glammed up. So here's my interpretation of it, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh, you're about to see me with no makeup, so this to nothing. Woo! Here we go. So I've got my foundation on, contour, and my brows ready. So I'm going to start laying down the color. I'm going to start with the Graphite Evershadow as my base, and then I'm going to grab kind of a darker chocolate for the shadow on top. Now I'm going to build the intensity of this look. I don't want to start off too strong because then I don't have anywhere to go. So when you build your colors, you're actually building the intensity, which is also building the dimension. And I find that that helps to create more of an interesting look. This look is going to be pretty intense. It's going to be on the heavier side because we're doing glam and I kind of wanted to throw it all at it. So I'm going to add Evershadow on the bottom. I'm just going to keep building that. It's such a creamy formulation, so I'm having no problem just blending that out. Now I'm adding in the powder shadow, starting the outer corner and bringing it over. And just patting. I'm not really trying to blend right now, I'm just applying the color. At this point, I'm at the crease and I'm going to start blending because I want to create that smoke. So I've got a clean blending brush and I'm just going to go back and forth, windshield wiper, and just slowly moving up. Something that's really cool to do is you can actually add the Evershadow on top of the powder. So a lot of cream shadows you can't. You have to start with it and then set it with the powder. But with ours, you're able to go back and forth. So now I'm going to add a little touch of black into my crease. Just a little bit. I just want to work that in. All right, so I've got the black Ninja Gel pot in my crease, and now I'm going to take the Ninja Gel liner, give it a nice sharpen, just using a regular pencil sharpener. And I'm going to do my waterline top and bottom, and then I'm going to bring it down just a little bit on the bottom. So I brought that up just a little bit at the end. And now I'm going right next to my lash line. I'm just going to tight line. And I'm doing the tiniest little circles right now. If your hand's not too steady and the little circles or dots or dashes aren't working for you, just draw your line and take a Q-tip and just blend it out. So now I'm going through and just kind of adding more to the outer corner. So this inside is really thin and it's just kind of flaring out. I'm going to do it on this side so you guys can really see. The lightest pressure, so light. I'm going to take my angled brow brush and I'm going to use it as an eyeliner brush right now. So long bristles out, and I'm going over the pencil. Again, we want to create dimension. So when you are changing the textures, it's also going to add that bit of interesting level. I'm just pulling it out just a little bit. Just like the tiniest little cat eye, just a little bit. Really just following the shadow. And I'm going to go under, really close to my lash line. So as I'm getting closer to my inner corner, I'm just kind of lifting the brush away from my lash line because I want the pressure to be really light. I want it to just fade. Next step, I'm going to go under my brows with a light matte highlight, which is a pan shadow. You can also use concealer, but I love this color. It's the best color to make your eyebrows look like you just had them freshly sugared. I'm going to add a coat of mascara. A fun trick to applying mascara on the bottom is if you close your eyes just almost to where they're shut and you just wiggle. And you can lightly hit the bottom. And you're lightly hitting the top too. So see? You can go back in just a little bit more if you need. I want to add a little bit more to my brows. So what I'm going to use is the Taupe Ever Shadow. It's wonderful not only as an eye base, also contour and eyebrows. So I'm just going to go in just a little bit. You don't have to have a dark brow for a dark eye, but with my hair being dark and this look being so intense, I just feel like it needs a little bit stronger of a frame. So I also said we can use the Taupe Ever Shadow as a contour. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tap my blush brush lightly in there. And I'm going to go right into my contour. And where that line is right underneath your cheekbone. So there's actually a line that cuts from the corner of your mouth up to your ear. And that should hit right underneath your cheekbone. So if you dig in there, you can feel it. And again, since this look is more intense, we're going to add a little more contour. So when I'm doing a heavier contour, I'm creating almost a V right here. So I apply it and then I blend it up. So it's either a V or a little triangle. This is super exciting. I'm actually going to be using our new Molten Lip color in Tender on my cheeks, and I'm also going to add a little bit on my lips too. So placement for this is actually going to be 2 fingers away from my nose and 2 fingers away from my hairline. Clean blush brush to blend it in. A little bit goes a long way. Now I'm not adding any more, I'm just blending. So just to knock that down just a little bit so I look like I'm blushing from within, I'm just going to go back over with my foundation brush, and it does have just leftover product. So next is lips. I'm going to give a good sharpen to my lip prime pencil. This pencil is so awesome because it's going to create a border. So I'm going to go right over my natural lip. And create a barrier. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the lip color right in the center. Same as my cheeks. Tender. Since I have such a dark eye, I want my lip to be lighter. So now I'm going to add a little bit of gloss on top. Fresh, fresh, fresh. I love this lip gloss. I want to add just a little extra pop. So what I'm going to do is add my highlighting pen. I'm going to put that under my eyes, kind of a triangle formation here. I'm going to use my ring finger because it's my weakest finger to blend that out. Looking up helps. So look up and use your ring finger. You can also use your blending sponge and just kind of bounce it across. I'm going to add a little bit, like Cupid's bow. That way they're nice and nude, but they're still nice and full. I add just a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Next up, perfect finish setting spray. So I'm going to go ahead and mist in an X pattern, and then I'm going to use a sponge to blend. It's like a big old glass of nice water for your face. So that's going to help my makeup last. It's going to help it meld into my skin and look more natural. In the middle of the day, when your makeup starts to break down, you can pull that out of your purse, give yourself a couple mists, and it's amazing. The last step is I'm going to add a little bit of oil control powder just in my T-zone. I want my skin to look nice and natural. I just want to be able to knock down the shine a little bit. And there we go. So you can do this for a date night, your wedding date night, anytime you just want to feel super fabulous. Rock on with your bad self and slay them all.
Cut. Love it.